Hey, it's Prachel with Fearless Vixen, and in today's video, I want to talk about some of the things that I did right and some of the things that I did wrong in terms of packing and bringing things to Lisbon. So, I want to say this. We are not completely moved yet. We actually have, I think, 2 more trips back to Atlanta in a few months from now when things have calmed from this pandemic. We're going to go back and grab some more items. So we're not completely moved yet. However, there are some things that I brought here that I didn't need to bring here. And there are some things that I brought that I am so happy that I have with me. And so today's video, I'm going to talk about those things because if you are planning a move this summer or this fall after the pandemic or when the pandemic begins to cease and we start to see things normalize, hopefully in the next 6 to 8 months, I'm being optimistic. There are some things that I'm hoping that I can save you some headache with. I hope so. So anyway, this is Fearless Vixen, and what Fearless Vixen is about is living the high vibe lifestyle. My name is Prachel, and I moved to Lisbon about 4 weeks ago now, 5 weeks ago, to explore the high vibe life. And the high vibe life is all about living with good energy, good intentions, and surrounding yourself with positivity and positive vibes. And that's what I'm all about. That's what this channel is all about. So I hope that you consider to subscribe, to like, and to share this video because it really helps me to grow this channel. And I thank you for your support so far. The first video I did went from, I think I had 10 subscribers to 200 just on one video. So I want to bring you the content that you enjoy. Let me know what you like in the comments below. Please be respectful. I love responding to comments, and I usually do so really, really fast. So if you leave a comment, expect a fast reply. And don't forget to join me over on Instagram under Prachel Carter or Facebook under Prachel Carter as well. So thanks for watching, and let's get started because I've got a lot to say. So I have my notes here as I always do. I want to start off by saying that I'm so happy I listened to people in the Facebook groups because everyone kept saying how slippery the tile is when it gets wet. And sometimes when it's dry as well. The tile and the cobblestone streets here can get slippery. And so it's really important that you get shoes that have good traction. And what I mean by good traction is anti-slip. If you go into certain shoe stores, I think in the States, DSW, where else have I seen it? I can't remember where else I've seen them, but they have like anti-slip strips that you can put at the bottom of your shoes. I'm not sure how well those work. I've used them before with more formal shoes and they work well, but the streets here are on a whole nother level, and that's a lot of Europe. So it's not just particular to Lisbon. It's a lot of Europe that has the cobblestone streets that are really, really beautiful. But you want to make sure that you have shoes that have good grip. And I want to show you some shoes that I got. I got this pair. I think that they're akin to hiking boots, but they're not really hiking boots, not for real. But let me see. I want to show you the tread, but that's the tread on them. And when I got them, the tag on them said anti-slip. So I knew that I was good. And the brand is, I think it's White Mountain. And I've never heard of this brand before because this is actually the first pair of hiking boots I've ever purchased. I love going on walks. I actually love going on hikes, but I've actually never purchased a pair of hiking boots before. So these are my first ones. And let me tell you, perfect. Goodbye. I think they were around $30 or $40 at, I want to say TJ Maxx I got them from. So Definitely some good shoes. Another pair that I got that I really love. These are my favorites. I got them at Cole Haan. Cole Haan has a brand called Zero Grand. And let me tell you, these little ones right here, I don't slip, I don't slide. They're super comfortable. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but I was willing to make the investment for really good shoes that are comfortable. And I knew that I would be wearing these shoes for a while until springtime. So I'm okay with making the investment if I know that I'm going to get good wear out of them. So those two, and then I think I have a pair of sneakers as well. And I don't really wear the sneakers that often because I haven't been doing a lot of working out here, just a lot of walking, which has replaced my my Peloton bike and the other things that I do for working out in Atlanta. So definitely get a pair of really good shoes, and that's for men and women, because the streets here can be pretty slippery when they're wet and sometimes when they're dry. So the next thing is bring your supplements. Okay, for me, like I said, living a high vibe life means that I take care of myself, and I'm not always on point. I mean, sometimes I've fallen short. I know that I've gained weight here. I probably gained like 4 to 5 pounds because the food is so good. But for the most part, I really do take care of myself. And especially during the times that we live in now, I want to show you some supplements that I take. And I have been to the store here, and it's called Celerio. Celerio, I think that's how you pronounce it. Celero. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I haven't heard it being pronounced, but it's not too far from where I am right now. And I went in there, and the supplements were probably about double what I would spend in Atlanta at the vitamin shop or on Amazon. So I take my zinc every day, and I love taking zinc. Zinc has helped to prevent me from getting colds over the years. I love my elderberry. This one I found on Amazon, and I think it's about $24, but it has elderberry, vitamin D, ginger, zinc, vitamin C. It's like an all-in-one. It's called 5-in-1 immune support. Definitely bring your supplements here because, like I said, you'll be happy that you did. And this is another one, super lysine immune support. I don't believe in taking things every single day. Like I'll take my supplements maybe like 5 days a week, let my body rest for 2 days, and then I'll take them again. So I just kind of cycle them in, cycle them out. As some of you know, I used to be very into bodybuilding and like hardcore fitness. So I'm used to being very regimented, and I actually taught myself that years ago, just kind of being very regimented with what I take. So definitely if you're coming for a visit after all of this COVID business is over, then definitely bring your supplements with you because I have found that they're quite pricey here. I don't know why, and I haven't done the research into why, but that's something that you want to bring. So the next thing is cotton. Now I got this tip from a friend in a Facebook group that had arrived before I did, and he outlined everything that he had experienced to the point that he was at. And one of the things that he said is make sure that, if you're going to be doing a lot of walking, which if you're coming to Lisbon, you will be doing a lot of walking, to make sure that you bring breathable fabrics. And obviously cotton is like the #1 breathable fabric. Definitely bring it. I love to sweat. My body loves to sweat. I'll step outside, the sun is shining, like I'll have the little beads of sweat on my forehead in 30 seconds. So I love to sweat. So it's really important that I wear fabrics like this. I think is cotton, maybe a cotton blend, but I think it's mostly cotton that will absorb sweat. And that's really important here, especially as the weather gets warmer, which I can kind of feel, that the weather probably gets warm here like around March, April sometime. You definitely want to bring fabrics that breathe. I would not do like spandex, rayon, polyester. No, bring your cotton. And that goes for your undergarments as well. Try to bring cotton and incorporate cotton into your routine when you're here, your travel routine when you're here. I can tell you that one of the things that at first I was regretting that I did, but now I'm happy is in terms of outerwear. If you're coming in the winter, like you're coming next winter, 2022, I guess that would be. Yeah, 2022. Okay. So I got this is called a Sherpa. I got this at Sam's Club, and I'm going to show you something else I got at Sam's Club before I left as well. And I just had intended to wear it on the plane. And I wore it on the plane underneath a heavy jacket, and I was so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable and so hot that I was actually going to trash this the first night. I was like, I don't want to see this ever again in my entire life. And I'm so glad I didn't do that, because the next night we went to another Airbnb and it was so cold. So the buildings here, and what I've been informed is that the buildings here were made for the heat. For, I guess in the summer, the heat is really intense. I'm used to intense heat. I'm from the desert of Southern California. 110 degrees does not bother me, but that's a dry heat, okay? Then I lived, in Atlanta, you get heat, but it's a wet heat. It's the humid heat. So the buildings here are meant to stay cool in the summer, but the flip side is that they stay cool in the winter too. And a lot of places, have some have central heating. I've seen them in different apartments. And then some people just use space heaters. Well, the place that we stayed at had one space heater for the entire place, and it was freezing. In fact, I was begging people to bring me an Icelandic sweater because I was so cold. So I'm so happy. I actually ended up sleeping in this. It was that cold in there that I ended up sleeping in this, and I was so happy that I have it. So now I love it. And I'm going to keep it for next winter. Now, in terms of like coats and jackets, I got this coat. You can see it's a Kenneth Cole, and I got it from Sam's Club the same time that I got the Sherpa. Okay. Now, this is a thicker coat, and I have seen people with these thicker coats on, but for people like myself who get warm easily, I think I'm going to keep it obviously for next winter, but I don't think that it gets like blizzardly cold here. Like, I don't think it gets freezing cold here. And this one, to me, it's heavier. I lived in Chicago, and I know what it means to be cold. Like I said, I've had cold, like really cold and really hot. So I'm kind of, I've experienced both types of climates. And this to me feels a little heavy for Lisbon. However, I can't speak for an entire Lisbon winter because we arrived in January and I didn't come here in December, and we'll see about next month in terms of what the temperature does. This jacket was $42, I think, at Sam's Club. So a really, really good deal. It'll definitely keep you warm, and anything with a hood on it, I would recommend, just because it does rain here. And I believe that January is the wettest time of the year. So definitely bring a jacket or something that's going to keep you warm, and then dress in layers as well. If you're not familiar with winters anywhere, I know some people, have never experienced winters, especially if you grew up in the Southeast, like I have, I didn't know what a winter was growing up in the Southeast. The Southwest. So definitely, bring yourself something to keep warm, and dressing in layers would be the most appropriate. Now, I want to speak on makeup. And this is really important. So when I do a video, I do my makeup, right? So I want to look nice. I feel like, living a high vibe lifestyle, you are a testament to what God has created. And that's what I feel. So the universe has created the person known as me, and I want to always show my best. So I do put on a face, and maybe sometimes I won't, but for the most part, I do put on a face. However, when I go out just on my dailies, running errands, walking around, whatever, I don't really put on a face. And what I mean by that is, right now I have on lashes and lipstick, and of course, mask culture right now. No one sees the bottom half of your face anyway, but I do like to have just a little something on. And so I found this, which I really, really love. I got to remember the name of the blogger that, see if I can get a little bit close so you can see it. It's called Ilia. And it's a super serum skin tint SPF 40. So it's also a sunscreen. It is so light, and I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm not sponsored by them, but I would definitely recommend this because it's so light and it gives you this light coverage, and it also gives you very like a dewy look to your skin. And I feel like here, because when you go out, you sweat so much that you don't have to wear anything. But if you do like a little bit of light coverage, then definitely pick this up. You can get it from, I think I got this from either Sephora or what's the other makeup store? I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's definitely at Sephora. So I would also say that Lisbon just feels like a place where you could just be yourself. Like I said in another video, it's live and let live. So don't feel like you have to go out all dolled up. And another thing I was going to say regarding the shoes, ladies and gentlemen, no heels. No heels. Don't bring your heels. Do not bring your heels. Leave your heels at home. Whatever chunks, wedges, spikes, leave them at home. You won't need them here. I have yet to see anyone in more than just a regular shoe, a regular flat shoe. If you think you're going to go to a special event and you're going to get out of the car and walk into the building, and then walk out of the building and get right into a car, and you have no walking to do, then sure, you can bring a heel. But other than that, and I'm not kidding, I have not seen concrete sidewalks. I have not. I'm not even sure that they're here. This place has a lot of charm and a lot of character. So please make sure that you leave your heels at home. They're just not made for these streets. They're not. So keep that in mind. Another thing that I wish that I would have left in Atlanta is toiletries. Things like toothpaste and mouthwash, maybe a travel size, but those are the things that you can just get here. This is not a place where you can't find the things that you use at home or replacements for. So what it does is it allows you the adventure to go into a market to find what you need and to pay for something and to come out, a happy customer. It gives you that experience of just shopping, and don't be afraid to do that. It's not very intimidating. Obviously, I don't know the language yet, and we are going to be working with a tutor to teach us and to help us to understand the language, because it's very important when you come to another country that you can say the basics, the hellos, the goodbyes, please and thank yous go a very, very long way. So I don't like to assume that everyone here speaks English. I have heard that, but I don't like to assume that. So yeah, have that experience of going to a market and buying your toiletries here, because it's fun and because you really don't need to drag them from wherever you are to here. You can You can get whatever it is that you need to get here. And if you can't get it here, you can find an equivalent here. Trust me, I know that it's here. So you can leave most of your toiletries at home. Another thing that you want to have, which I don't have at my disposal right now, is that you want to have the converters. Okay, so here is a converter. You can see where it has the 2 ports for your USB. And then on the back, this is where it plugs into the wall. So depending on who you have coming with you, I would probably pick up maybe 1 per person. That should be enough, because the person can charge their laptop and then 2 other devices via USB. I'm so glad that I got these before I got here, because the first night or the first day that you come, you don't want to be running around looking for converters. You want to be able to plug your stuff in and go. So definitely bring those. And then the last 2 things that I'm going to talk about is, I can appreciate, I know California did this, and I'm not sure what other states did this, but the banning of plastic bags, I can definitely respect and I can definitely get with. I'm very happy that they charge for bags here. I'm not sure why I like that, but I like being able to just bring my shopping bags into the store and use them over and over again. So if you have a favorite shopping bag, make sure you bring it with you. If not, you can purchase them here. I'm talking about the cloth bags. And if not, then you can just purchase the plastic bags and then just reuse them over and over again. So I had brought a couple with me because I knew about that. But I definitely would bring your favorite shopping bag. And you know, in accordance with that, this is a backpack purse that I brought. And it looks really huge on camera, but it's not that big actually. But I'm so happy that I brought this. You can see how it turns into a backpack. You just unzip it and see, it turns into a backpack. I'm so happy about that, because you do so much walking. You want to be able to carry like a day's worth of, you know, water and whatever else you need. And you don't want to be fiddling with the purse and having to, you know, the strap on your arm and all that. You just want to be able to put it on and then just go. So definitely a purse backpack would be very helpful. The last thing I'm going to talk about is photography equipment. I'm an amateur photographer. I do have a couple. I have a camera and some lenses for it. I haven't used it here just yet, just because we are respecting the lockdown and we're not going anywhere that we don't need to, you know, be going. We're only going out for essential travel. So if you are into photography, this is the place to be. I'm telling you, like, there's so many things to take pictures of. Architecture is amazing. Buildings, doors, beaches, nature. I don't know about wildlife, because I haven't ventured out to places where you would see wildlife, except for the birds here. But this definitely is a really cool place to take pictures. So bring your photography equipment and whatever else you would use to, maybe your drone or whatever else that you want to use to take pictures. So that is it for this list. Let me see, I'm gonna make sure that I have everything here and I hit all of my points. So I just want to make sure that I'm being very complete with you and being very honest. Like I said, I'm not a light packer at all. God bless you in your ministry if you have mastered the art of packing light. I have not done that yet. I'm trying, but definitely this is a place where you want to pack light if you're traveling here after the pandemic. So anyway, this has been Prachel with Fearless Vixen. Like I said, we can connect on YouTube. Leave me a comment. I respond to all comments personally. Find me on Facebook under Prachel Carter, or on Instagram, same handle. Thank you for watching. And you can also go to the website at fearlessvixen.org, and I've got some good stuff over there that I share as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.